I'm Jack Kennedy, and we're here to bring you the latest in MMA.
Hey everybody, my name's Hunter Boss, and what the boss says goes.
What is up everyone, my name is Nickal McNamara, and you already know what time it is.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MMA Island podcast. I am Jack Kennedy alongside Nickal McNamara and Hunter Boss. We have a very exciting episode for you guys. Starting off with Guess Who? We love to do it. Love to start off with it. So let's go ahead and get started. Hunter, you want to start guessing for who your fighter is?
Yeah, sure. So just for the audience
yes.
at home, this is the bantamweight division. We got 5 guesses, or 5 hints, 3 guesses. So my first, I guess, hints will be, is this person currently ranked?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Gosh, okay, cool. Okay. Was this fighter ranked?
No.
Wow. All right. Okay. Okay. Never been ranked. Does this person have a sour mouth per se?
Not known for it.
No. Okay. Good to know. Y'all are doing me dirty here. This is a tough one. Never been ranked. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna. Does this person have a wrestling base?
Not really.
Okay. Okay. So they're strikers or striking-ish.
Yeah,
almost. Okay. Is this fighter fighting on short notice?
No.
Dang it. I was thinking Don Channis.
All right, guess time.
Oh God, I have like a whole lot of nothing right now.
You got this, Hunter. You got this.
I got this?
Yeah, you got this.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go Tony Kelly as my first guess. My second guess. I don't even know. Fuck, dude. There's so many fuckers. Tony Gravely.
You like Tony's today.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah, I got no clue. I'm gonna go Adrian Yanez, even though he's ranked right now.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Keelan, on 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Marcus Brimage.
All right. Cool.
How
Thanks,
didn't
guys.
you get that? That's so
Yeah.
obvious.
How didn't I get that? I don't know. I thought he fought for featherweight, to be honest. But, all right.
Oh man. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Keelan, up to you.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Oh,
Don't worry,
my
we didn't give you
God.
fucking Marcus Brimage.
Jesus.
I
Oh
just
my
wanted
God.
to be mean. I'm sorry. Oh.
Okay.
I have a feeling you might have just done something really obvious, but I'm gonna go through it anyway because
Let's
you
do
might
it.
not have. Right. Is this bantamweight currently ranked?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that narrows down to 15. Is this fighter from the United States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting pause there.
I just kind of forgot who we picked for you for a second, to be
Yeah,
honest.
no, me too, honestly.
That's a good start. Is this fighter ranked anywhere from number 1 to 6?
No.
No.
Okay, so they're towards the lower end of ranked then. Interesting. Has this fighter ever fought for a title?
No.
No.
Okay. How many is that now? Is that 3?
4.
Sure, 4, yeah.
All right, okay, so I've got one more. So they're ranked lower end of ranking. They're from the States. They've never fought for a title. This is interesting. I'm trying to think of the bantamweight division. Uh, hmm, hmm. Uh, wow, this is tough. You always forget how hard this is until you're actually on the spot. Is this fighter fighting at the end of this year?
Nothing confirmed.
Okay. Okay, so that's the five guesses, or sorry, five hints.
Yes.
3 guess time, right? From the US, lower end of ranked, never fought for a title, no confirmed fights yet. Wow, this is tough. Is it Adrian Yanez?
Yeah.
Well done.
What?
Well done.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
Dug deep for
Oh,
that
wow.
one. That was
Yeah.
I
great.
cannot believe I've guessed that. Oh, that is. You guys are sneaky. You're sneaky. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? That was smart. Well done.
Yeah, man. Credit to you. I was not expecting you to get that. Well done.
Thank you for guessing that, Hunter.
Yeah, I got you.
That's my boy right there.
I know I've screwed myself for my next turn whenever we play this game again after the
Oh,
Marcus.
yeah. Yes, you have.
Marcus fucking Brimage.
Healing, you went along with it too, though. You went along with it too.
Like I'm a passive, you know.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. All right. So I guess my turn, right? 5
Mhm.
hints. I'm really tempted to just guess Corey Sandhagen straight out the gate, but I think I'm gonna hold off. We'll go first hint. Is this an active? Hold up. Is this fighter ranked at bantamweight?
Yes.
Okay. Is this fighter 7 or above at bantamweight?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 2. Is this fighter from the United States?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is this fighter Russian?
Possibly.
Oh my gosh. No way. Really? Okay. Um, is this fighter a former champion?
No.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold up. The person I think you're thinking of is not Russian. Wait, is it Merab Dvalishvili?
No.
Oh.
Oh, when you
Oh,
said 7 and up, what did you mean by it? Did you mean 7 through 1?
yeah.
No, it's not 7 through 1.
Oh.
I
Whatever.
thought you went 7 and up leading up to 15.
My bad. My bad. Okay, so not Marab. I have 2 more. Um, going down. Is it Askar Askarov? No, he's
No.
flyweight. What am I doing?
Yeah, he is
What
flyweight.
am I doing?
And
Oh
he's like
no.
4.
He is also like 4. Man, okay. A Russian towards the bottom, or a possible Russian apparently, because I didn't get a yes or no on that.
No, he's Russian.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, he is
I
Russian.
appreciate that. Okay. I'm trying to rack my brain. Bantamweight changes so much, you know.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna get this and I'm gonna totally blank on the name. Is it someone obvious?
I think you still have 2 guesses, so just take your
No,
time.
I have one more. I guess Marab and then
We'll give you one more since it was a little misleading.
Yeah, I
you
think
don't
that's
need to
fine.
give me one more
We'll
because
give
I'm
you
probably
2
not gonna get
guesses.
it either way. Like I don't want to
Up to
embarrass
you,
myself
man.
2
Up
more
to you.
times.
Jack, believe in the knowledge.
I would love to believe in the knowledge, but nothing's flowing right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say, man, how do I not know this? This is bad. I'm just gonna say Piotr Yan and get this over with. Who is it?
It is not. Ready, Keelan, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Umar Nurmagomedov.
Dang it! I knew it. I knew it. Dang it! I forgot he was
Yeah.
ranked.
13th ranked. Hasn't actually technically fought a ranked opponent yet, though.
Dang
That's
it!
the interesting part.
I forgot he was ranked, man.
Yeah, those rankings are weird because it's like so many people are retiring. So it's just like
Yeah.
bringing in new blood that hasn't fought for that ranked spot.
Because
Yeah.
it changed so much. Because Marlon Moraes retired.
Yeah.
You're
Jose Aldo.
having just people drop left and right. Man, Wow,
Yeah.
I'm sad about that, but honestly, the worst part of that is I guess Askar Askarov, who isn't even the right weight class. That's the bad part of that whole situation. Oh, and now, honestly, that was my break because the next podcast, who knows who I'm gonna have because of what I did this one. But
Just,
anyways,
I'm not even gonna pick in the same weight division, Jack.
you're gonna you have one catch weight fight in that weight class, and that's who
Yeah.
Watch Hunter pick Carlos Newton for the next
We're gonna do
one.
like a welterweight. I'm gonna go Hamzat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Can't even make it.
Oh.
Oh man.
Well, all right, guys. That was Guess Who. Let's go ahead and move on to some news today. Bo Nickal, right? We all know who he is. Penn State wrestler, dominant, turned UFC fighter now. Just got signed after doing like a mounted triangle, switched to just a regular triangle choke. He's unbelievable. Just signed a fight to fight Jamie Pickett. Hunter, what do we think about Bo Nickal in general and this fight that he has?
Oh, I've been high on Bo Nickal before he's even made his debut on the Contender Series. I've been following him since he was training MMA fighters to fight against wrestlers. Masvidal was a big training partner for him. I remember in his early training camp against Usman, Bo Nickal was featured in all the embedded episodes. We've seen a lot of Bo Nickal before he's even touched in the Contender Series. Now that we've seen him twice in the Contender Series, going out to fight Jamie Pickett, I think it's what the middleweight division needs. We don't see much mix-ups in the middleweight division. We've seen like the same top 10 basically for quite a while. So I think Bo Nickal, even just fighting a high ranked, not necessarily ranked because Jamie Pickett isn't ranked, but high valued fighter like Jamie Pickett is very good. I think it's good that he just jumps into the water, into the deep end. That's how you learn how to swim. And he's fought. I mean, yes, his record is 3-0 right now, but that doesn't mean he hasn't trained with the best in the world all the time. Everyone's asking to train with Bo Nickal. No one's asking, not to train with Bo Nickal. Everyone wants to be with Bo Nickal. So, yeah, I think it's going to be great. I don't know if Jamie Pickett has what it takes to beat Bo Nickal. He's on 2 consecutive losses right now, one being from a Darce choke. So, just, I don't know. I've never been like too high on Jamie Pickett in general. I think he's been incredibly inconsistent his entire career. Bo Nickal, he's had 3 fights and he's won 3 fights. I'm picking that guy.
Yeah, I think this is a brilliant move. I really think it is. I mean, first of all, guys, the Contender Series, 2 potential superstars in 2 weeks. Last week we're talking about Raul Rosas. This week, Bo Nickal. I mean, there's some impressive talent coming out of this. There really is. It must be said. As for Bo Nickal himself, I mean, the guy is just talented. He really, really is. Like Hunter said, and I can tell you for a fact that Hunter's telling the truth because has been high on Bo Nickal for a good year, 2, if not more now. I remember you saying actually whenever the embeddeds from Masvidal Usman were released, Hunter did tell us about Bo Nickal, so this guy is definitely the real deal. I mean, his performance in the Contender Series was exemplary. I expected nothing less, but even so, I was still very, very impressed. And this fight against Jamie Pickett is a really good introduction for him. It's an opponent friendly style for Bo, I would say. It's a fight that he will be the big favorite to win, and if he gets a very impressive win, he's automatically one of the new big stars in that division. Like Hunter said, and again, he's absolutely right. I love the middleweight division. I mean, obviously, because I love Anderson Silva, I've always thought the middleweight division is one of the best in the UFC, but it has been stagnant for 2, 3 years now. We've essentially had Robert Whitaker, who brilliant, brilliant fighter. Don't get me wrong. Essentially, just getting rotated up to the top every couple of maybe every year to fight for the title. He loses, and then we're back where we started. That's the problem. What that division needs is a massive injection of new blood, and Bo Nickal could well be the kick shot that that division needs. He really could. He called out Hamzat Shemaev. Whilst I love the confidence, I definitely don't agree with it. We're probably like 2, 3 years off that fight ever happening if we're being realistic. But I love his confidence. I think he could definitely be the kickstart that the division needs, especially with a big win over Jamie Pickett. I would tell you to watch Bo Nickal because that guy could be a superstar very, very soon.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited about Bo Nickal. I mean, obviously he should have made He should have got a contract after his first Contender Series fight, right? We all know why he didn't, because to boost the ratings for the next Contender Series, which he did. Everyone is talking about Bo Nickal. This guy is already on the pathway to becoming a superstar in the UFC. He hasn't even fought in the UFC technically yet.
He's already in the video game.
He's already that's what I'm saying. He's already in the video game. It's ridiculous, which that's a whole nother conversation. We could talk about the fighters that aren't in the video game, but we won't talk about that. Focusing on good things here.
Justice for Marab.
or Sean Strickland or Alex Pereira.
Stop it. You're hurting me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're hurting Hunter's heart here.
They got the 17-year-old in there, but they got the
17-year-old. Right. Bo Nickal, you guys summed it up perfectly. This guy has a skill set that looks scary. We were talking a little bit before the podcast about this, and it's just that there's a guy like, okay, let's compare Raul Rosas Jr. to Bo Nickal, right? Both those guys, stars on the Contender Series. Rosas Jr., you can tell, is a little green, especially on the feet. He's only 17. He has so much time to develop. Bo Nickal is beating guys that are legit guys, and he's making it look easy. And he did that twice. 2 first-round finishes, easy. You need to throw him into the wolves. Middleweight, like we were talking about, right? The OG UFC days used to be really middleweight, light heavyweight, a little bit of heavyweight were just the weight classes to watch. Those are the deepest divisions. That's where you have your GOATs, the superstars, Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell. You have even Tito Ortiz. Just all of the stars in the UFC are going to be in those divisions. As of late, really the past 5 years, those divisions have really thinned out. And it's become a situation like Keelan was detailing, where you have such a dominant champion in Israel Adesanya, and then you have a guy who is at that championship level, dare I say almost an interim champion in a way, in Robert Whittaker, and then there's everybody else. It's a lot like the flyweight division of back in the day when Demetrius Johnson was the champion, right? You had Demetrius Johnson, then Joseph Benavidez, then everybody else. Compare that to lightweight these days, where you just have a madness circus wheel of who's the champion, and every fight is entertaining. The bantamweight, featherweight, same deal. Even welterweight now. We want that at middleweight. We want that at light heavyweight. Light heavyweight is starting to take a turn with this whole Yuri Prohazka tour circus thing that's going on. It's amazing. We need someone to spark that at middleweight. It could be Alex Pereira, but who it might also likely be is Bo Nickal. And that is why we're talking about this guy. That is why everyone is so excited about this guy, because Bo Nickal has that potential to reignite the middleweight division and really just change everything. Throw him in there, throw him against the Wolves, fire by fire, get him out there. I'm excited for this Jamie Pickett fight. I do think he wins as well, but get him ranked as soon as possible. I want to see him climb the ladder as soon as possible and get up there and get this middleweight division going again for, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do really want to see that Hamza versus Bo Nickal fight.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, maybe a year and a half down the line when Bo Nickal's striking gets a little, a hair better. Because we already know he has the wrestling pedigree. And I want to see Dagestani wrestling, or not Dagestani, because I know he's not Dagestani, but, European wrestling versus American wrestling at its heart, That is what I want to see. I want to see American wrestling get back on top. It used to be dominant, with Chris Weidman, many other people, Daniel Cormier, just a bunch. There's so many I can name, but honestly, we haven't seen American wrestling dominate in a long time. So if we can see American wrestling come back, maybe get a few wins under his belt with Bo Nickal, it's all I need in my heart.
You're not going to see Irish wrestling because we can't wrestle. Irish striking, maybe, but wrestling, I'm staying out of that conversation. I'll probably get taken down just by saying this. No, I mean, Hunter does make a really good point. I mean, he wants to start a culture war, obviously, but I agree with him. He is right. American wrestling used to run the OG divisions, Randy Couture, Chris Weidman, people like that. Collegiate level wrestling, even to a degree, Brock Lesnar and people like that as well. And then we had the invasion of the Dagestanis, the Habib Nurmagomedovs, the Islam Makhachevs, people of this caliber who just took it to a whole different level. And realistically, the modern iteration of this battle is going to be Khamzat Chimaev and Bo Nickal. Now, I would really, really like to see that, because American wrestling generally tends to be old school technique. You're sort of working your way up the system, getting to the ground, advancing traditional position. Whereas European wrestling, well, technically Dagestani wrestling, but also Swedish wrestling too, it's generally more smash and pound against the fence. which is a very different style to the style that I just outlined in terms of American wrestling. And realistically, that would be the super fight of the middleweight division in the next year or two if it does happen. And I think it's one of the only wrestling matches I can think of that would actually be more exciting than a stand-up match. And that's a very rare thing to say. I can't even remember the last time I said it. But to have Bo Nickal against Hamzat Chimaev and who can be more dominant in their strength, that would be a dream fight. It really, really would. And it tells you how much we think of this guy that we're speaking of him in those terms already, because he's proven he has the pedigree. If he can back it up and work his way up, that's the fight to make. Either that or Derek Brunson, but mostly Hamza Chimaev.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the pick of the night. And this weekend's Fight Night main event is Mackenzie Dern versus Yan Chaonan. It's going to be a good one. We finally got fights back again. We're leading up to that October 22nd card, UFC 280. We're so excited for that. That looms. But for this fight night, Hunter, who wins the main event?
I've got Mackenzie Dern winning the main event here. Her last fight proved it to me. I've always thought really highly of Mackenzie Dern. Her grappling is on a whole nother level in that division. Her submission threat is always there, no matter what position you're in. Even standing, that standing darce is scary. But honestly, she could beat Yan anywhere I think she wants to. In her last fight, we saw her striking improve greatly. It was leaps and bounds on her striking. And now she's honestly that full-fledged mixed martial artist that we thought we saw in Mackenzie Dern a few years ago. She is that fighter now. I think she can go on. She can fight for that title here pretty soon. I think she beats Yan. I'm Mackenzie Dern. It's all the way because what the boss says goes. I felt forced, boys, but I'm still doing it.
It was good. It was good. It was good. At least none of us. Yeah, so far none of us have forgot it so far. Yeah, so you set the trend. You set the trend good this time.
I got you guys.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt that in my soul. That was really good, Hunter. It's been a minute since we've heard it, but that only makes it more impactful. Well done. That was a good line by you. I like that. Yeah, this is actually a very good fight. I think Yan Xiaonan is a very good fighter. You know, she's got very heavy hands. She's solid on the ground. She's a very good all-round fighter. But Mackenzie Dern is very much seen as the next star of the strawweight division. I think it's fair to say ever since she's been in the UFC, she's been hyped up to eventually fill that position. And I think with very good reason as well. In fact, I think the dodgiest part about Mackenzie Dern's game is her accent. But apart from everything that's important, I think she's pretty damn stellar. I mean, her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is arguably the best out of any female fighter on the planet. I mean, maybe Valentina Shevchenko's skill, but aside from that, I don't see anybody who's anywhere near as good as Mackenzie Dern. Her striking has improved a lot over the last few fights as well. She used to be a little bit rickety, but I think she's a lot better than she was. And I think that would have been the one area where I would have given an advantage to Yan Xiaonan would be Dern's previous striking weakness. The problem is, with that weakness being tightened up, I don't see what Yan can exploit that Mackenzie Dern hasn't improved on. I'm with Hunter. I see Mackenzie Dern winning this fight, maybe a third round submission. And gentlemen, do you know why this is the case? Do you want to know why? Do you know why, Hunter? Do you know why? Because when you want to know where it's at, gentlemen, you listen to the Mac.
Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, so I don't disagree with anything you guys said. I'm not gonna make a crazy pick here. I'm going Mackenzie Dern as well. I really think the Marina Rodriguez fight changed her in a way, or just opened her up to, okay, I really need to, sit down and work on my striking. And we really saw that in her last fight. She looked like a complete mixed martial artist in her last fight. Mm-hmm. And through her career, we've really been able to see, like, to me, even in her losses, every fight she's looked like a better version of herself. And that's because she was green coming into the sport, obviously amazing BJJ, but a little fresh on the feet and everything. She is improving leaps and bounds, even in the wrestling department. She's really getting better and improving every fight. So Yan Chaonan, you can't sleep on her. She's very tough. She's very good, high volume, faster than Mackenzie Dern. I still think has an advantage, especially in the boxing on the feet. But that being said, I just think Mackenzie Dern's at that level where it's not going to be a super dangerous fight for her. I think it's a winnable fight. I think it's a fight where the event's put on for her. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg rented out the whole Apex. Okay, allegedly rented out the whole Apex to see Mackenzie Dern fight. So, it's a big deal, and I think she's going to go out there and live up to the hype and propel herself a little bit further. We might be getting to a point where, depending on what happens at the top, we don't know what's going to happen with Rose Namajunas. I predict that Carla Esparza is going to lose her belt to Zhang Wei Li. So it's just Marina Rodriguez, I feel like, deserves a title shot. I feel like she's right there. And it's because also she beat Mackenzie Dern. But depending on how long that takes, and it's also been a while since they fought, if Mackenzie Dern wins this fight, she might end up fighting a rematch versus Marina Rodriguez. And we could really see how much she's evolved since then. But again, I don't want to write off Jan in this fight. She is a very talented fighter. That being said, I'm riding with you guys, Mackenzie Dern. And guys, you know why that is? Because if you want the facts, you listen to Jack. Boom. Thank you very much. Everybody, thank you for listening. As always, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. You can listen to us everywhere, literally everywhere, including iTunes and Spotify. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at mma.island.pod. And as always, thank you everyone so much for listening. Great podcast, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. And before we go, the page hit 100K.
Yeah. Woo!